Hello guys, welcome to Altcoin Awareness. We're gonna look at Bitcoin dominance and then we're gonna talk about altcoins, okay? Large caps, mid caps, and some small caps. So let's get into it. First, as you see here, we have the Bitcoin dominance. This is the daily chart. We talked about this before. As you see here, Bitcoin dominance is moving inside this pattern for a long time. This is a rising wedge, okay? 65 to 70% chance of this breaking to the downside. Now, if we zoom in inside this pattern, we see that we have a head and shoulders pattern. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. Okay. Now, if we take the distance from the top of the head all the way down to the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern and move this all the way to the breakout point, okay, let's say that the breakout point is right here. This is the target, okay, guys, around 51%. So if this breaks to the downside and we see something like this, maybe a retest and a continuation move to the downside, okay, that means that this is going to be a very good time for you to start trading altcoins. Okay, guys? So this head and shoulders pattern that we talked about a few days ago, I think it was a week ago, it's still in the game. Okay, guys? So this is plan A move to the downside. We trade altcoins if plan A plays out. Now, plan B would be to see a bounce here, okay? Something like this. And then a continuation move to the upside. If plan B plays out, that's going to be very good news for Bitcoin. So you might want to exit your altcoin trades and move your funds into Bitcoin. Okay, guys, here we had a few bounces. We've been respecting this bottom trend line of this rising wedge a lot. We have one here and these recent ones. Okay, 1, 2, and currently on the third touch. So let's see what Bitcoin dominance is going to do in order to decide what we're going to do with altcoins. Okay, guys. Now, we're going to look at Solana. This is Sol USDT 4-hour chart. Okay, we talked about this a few days ago. I told you that Solana might be playing a bullish wolf wave pattern. Okay, this was wave number 2, wave number 3 hasn't been completed yet. Okay, so we want to see if wave number 3 is going to play out. Okay, now these orange lines that I have on the chart are new. Okay, I just added them. They weren't here in the previous video. As you can see, Solana was moving inside this falling wedge, 65 to 70% of this break to the upside. We had a breakout. We came all the way up here. Okay. We had a bounce. We came all the way down here, had a retest of this level of 120. Okay. And then another bounce to the upside. Currently, we're moving above this key level of support at 141.09. Okay. So I'm going to delete these because we have a lot of things here in the chart and I don't want you to get confused. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. So now we have plan A and plan B for Solana. Okay. Plan A would be a breakout above this orange trend line, right? Maybe a retest and a continuation move to the upside. Okay. This is plan A. If plan A plays out, okay, you should buy on the breakout, buy on the retest, okay, and then use the rest of the Fibonacci levels in order to exit. However, beware of this red trend line that I have on the chart because people might take profits here, okay, due to the wolf wave pattern. So you need to be careful while trading this, okay? If we see another breakout above this red trend line, maybe a retest, okay, you buy the breakout, you buy the retest, and you exit on the rest of the Fibonacci levels, depending on how the move is going to play out. Okay, guys? Use volume as confirmation. The higher the volume when we see a breakout, the stronger the move. Okay, guys? So this is plan A. I remind you that a falling wedge has a 65 to 70% chance of breaking to the upside. Okay, so this is very probable to play out. Now, because trading is not predicting, okay, we're gonna have a plan B too. Plan B is we break below this key level of support at 141.09, okay, maybe get a retest of this orange trend line, and a continuation move to the downside, okay, heading for this key level of support at 120.78. As you see here, we had a few bounces on the support level. Look, all the way back here. We had 1, 2, look at this nice bounce, 3, 4, 5. We've been respecting this key level of support of 120.78. We had so many touches, so many bounces, and therefore that makes this key level of support valid. Okay, guys? So plan B would be a pullback all the way down here to this key level of support at 120.78. Now, if plan B plays out, what you want to do is watch for a bounce here, okay? Because we might get another bounce. Otherwise, watch for a break below that key level of resistance of 120.78, something like this, maybe a retest, and a continuation move to the downside. Okay, guys? And this is going to be the completion of wave number 3 of the wolf pattern. Okay? This bottom trend line of the falling wedge is a very valid trend line too. As you can see, we had a few touches. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. We might get a fourth one. Okay, guys? So that was plan A, okay, and plan B. Let's see if the bullish wolf pattern is going to play out. Okay, guys? So that's all on Solana. I'm going to update you in the coming days based on what the price action is going to do. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next update on Solana. Next, Cardano, ADA USDT 4-hour chart. Okay, this is a large cap. It needs a lot of money, a lot of liquidity in order to make moves. Okay, currently, as you see, we have been moving inside this pattern. We are on a downtrend. Okay, look at the touches. 1, 2, 3. Currently, we're trying to put a fourth touch here. Okay, people might take profits right here. So we might see a continuation move to the downside, something like this, maybe a retest. Okay, we might get another bounce all the way down here. So if this is plan A, and if plan A plays out, it might be a very good idea for you to short ADA. However, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend shorting. Okay, the crypto market is a volatile market. If you're not confident in your skills, trading skills, you shouldn't use shorting. Okay. So if plan A plays out, watch for a bounce all the way down here, around this level, around these areas. Okay. However, because this falling wedge if you want, has a 65 to 70% chance of breaking to the upside, okay, we might see a breakout above this red trend line soon, something like this. Maybe a retest and a continuation move to the upside. This is a key level of support that we have here. It's a very good idea for you to start scaling in around this area, okay? Currently, it works as support, okay? Very strong support. Look at this. We've been bouncing around this for a long time. Look, here, here, okay? We might get another bounce here and then continue to break above the rising wedge. If this is plan B and plan B plays out, you should buy on the breakout, scale in on the retest, and use the rest of the Fibonacci levels in order to exit, okay? If you start scaling in here, you can set up your stop loss back inside the falling wedge pattern, okay? Just in case price action moves back into the pattern, so you can manage your risk and cut your losses, okay, guys? And as long as plan B keeps playing out and price action is moving above these key Fibonacci levels, okay, let's say that we get a breakout of this, a resistance, and a continuation move to the upside, you should scale in here again on the breakout, scale in on the retest if it happens, and then in order for you to make sure that you keep your profits, you should move your stop loss somewhere below that key level of resistance that we're going to turn into a support after the breakout, okay? And you keep doing that with each and every Fibonacci level. If we break above this level, you move your stop loss up here, okay? Now, the key level of support that you should watch for a bounce for now is located at 0.3775, okay? The rest of the targets that we have here on the chart are 0.4203, 0.4651, and 0.5052, okay? The measured move from the current levels to the first target is an 11% move. That's a big move for ADA, guys, okay? Because ADA, as I told you, is a large cap, so it needs a lot of liquidity in order to make moves. Second target, 22%. Third target, 33%. I'm going to update these targets in the coming days. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the coming updates. Now, next, Notcoin, okay? As you see here, stock RSI is undervalued. Now let's focus on the chart. Notcoin has been respecting this white trend line. Okay, we had 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6 touches. Okay, we had a pullback here. People were hating me on this because I told you that it was a very good idea to start scaling in here. Okay, but look what happened. Boom. Explosive move to the upside, breaking above this key level of resistance that we had respecting for a long time. Okay, and we're looking at this chart right now, which is kind of bullish. Also, this yellow line right here is the 200-day moving average. We broke above, we got a retest, okay, a nice bounce, and then we are retesting this 200 simple moving average again, okay? So what you want to see is a bounce here and a continuation move to the upside. This is plan A. Now, around this area down here, okay, there is a lot of buying volume. As you see here, I wrote previous time, buy the break above this resistance zone that ranges between 0.01504 and 0.01610. Okay, so this is playing out nicely. Okay, if you zoom in into smaller time frames, you see that we might be forming another smaller pattern here, maybe a triangle. Look at this, something like that. Okay, higher low or double bottom, call it whatever you want. So watch for a bounce on this previous resistance zone that we're currently turning into a support, okay? And watch for a breakout above this triangle. A 65 to 70% chance of this breaking to the upside. Okay, guys? So what you want to see is a break above, a retest, and a continuation move to the upside. Buy the breakout, buy the retest, okay? This is your safest bet. If you want to trade this in a safer manner, you should wait until price action breaks above this triangle pattern. Otherwise, if you want to trade this aggressively for more profits, okay, you should start scaling in as close as you can to this bottom triangle trend line, okay? And that's also inside this wide range that we turned into a support zone, okay? So there is confluence. Also, as I showed you in the beginning of the video, stock RSI is undervalued. So that's another very bullish signal. Now, plan B for Notcoin would be a break below this triangle, maybe a retest, a break below this key level of support, turn it into a resistance again, and a continuation move to the upside. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, this yellow line down here is the Fibonacci level 618, 0.01342. Okay. So that's the support level that you should be watching for a bounce if a break to the downside plays out. Okay. So this is plan B and this was plan A. Okay. Plan B, plan A. Plan A will break to the upside, plan B will break to the downside. Now, it might be a very good idea for you to start scaling in down here on this key level of support if plan B. Okay, guys? But for now, because price action seems to be kind of bullish, okay, we're going to focus on plan A. So after we manage to break above this triangle, the Fibonacci level that we have on the chart that are our targets are 0.01734, 0.01892, and 0.02057. The measured move from the current levels, okay, let's say that we get a pullback down here, to the first target, it's about a 10% move. Second target, 20%. Third target, 30% move. Okay, guys? So Notcoin is another coin you should have on your watch list. Okay? Watch for a breakout above or a bounce here at this key level of support zone that ranges between 0.01504 and 0.0161. Okay, guys? So that's the update on Notcoin. Now, we're going to look at PENDLE. This is PENDLE USDT 1 hour chart. As you see here, we have been respecting this yellow trend line for a while. Look at this. We had a few touches. One here, touched twice, another touch, another. We touched twice again. Okay. And then we're trying to get another more touch here. So this yellow trend line is a very valid trend line. Okay, guys? However, this has a 65 to 70% chance of breaking the upside, but since we haven't broken to the upside yet, we have to assume that price action is going to continue moving below this trend line, okay, continuing the downtrend. So we have to assume that price action is going to continue doing this until we manage to break above. So what you should do is watch for a break above the yellow trend line. Watch for this. Boom. A break above, buy the breakout, buy the retest, continuation, move to the upside. This is the safest way to trade this for now. Okay. And as you see, we recently formed a double bottom here. Okay. So that's a very bullish idea. However, we might see another pullback, just like we had the bounce right here and another bounce here. We might see another bounce somewhere around here before we break above this yellow trend line. Okay, guys? So watch for a bounce on this key level of support at 3.296. Okay? Otherwise, watch for a breakout above the yellow trend line and a continuation move to the upside. The rest of the targets that we have on the chart are 4.075, 4.698, 5.417, and 6.223. Okay, guys, are we clear? So let's see, let's make it clear. I feel that this wasn't clear. Since we had one bounce, two bounces, okay, we might get a third bounce here. So your plan A should be to watch if the price action is going to pull back to get another bounce at this level here, okay, something like this, before it continues to move up. Otherwise, plan B should be to watch for a breakout above this yellow trend line. So you can buy the breakout, buy the retest if it happens, and then trade the rest of the Fibonacci levels as resistance in order to take some profits and support in order to scale in. Okay, scale in on support, scale out on resistance. Now, if you start scaling in around this area, you should set up your stop loss below this key level of support at 3.296, okay, somewhere around here. This is a very good way for you to manage your risk, okay? And as the price action moves higher, hitting the rest of the targets, breaking above them, okay, move your stop loss higher and higher each and every time, depending on which Fibonacci level we are testing each and every time. Okay, guys? So let's say that we get a very nice move right here, boom, and we hit all these targets with one candle, okay? It can happen. You should move your stop loss all the way up here below the key level of resistance at 5.417, okay? Because it's better to be safe than sorry, okay? You should keep your profits in your pocket. You shouldn't wait for people to take profits, okay? And then price action to come all the way back here and then you lose all the money that you made. That doesn't make sense, okay, guys? So if we get a breakout above this, you should watch for a retest of this key level of previous resistance that we're trying to turn into a support located at 5.417. Okay, you should move your stop loss right below it just in case price action moves below, okay, this previous key level of resistance that we're trying to turn into a support. Otherwise, watch for a bounce here, okay, because price action might continue to move upwards. So what you want to do is maybe scale in here on the breakout, scale in on the bounce if it happens, okay? A retest doesn't always happen. So scale in, move your stop loss up, manage your risk, and wait to see what the price action is going to do. Okay, guys? Like a wolf, like a tiger. You gotta be stealthy, you gotta be moving. Don't wait for other people to take your profits. Okay, guys? This is a crazy market. In order for you to win, somebody else has to lose. That's the truth about trading in crypto. Okay? We can't all of us win. In order for you to win, someone else has to lose. And the other way around. Okay? So be mindful of that. You gotta be moving. Next, ZRO. ZRO USDT. This is the 1 hour chart. Okay, guys? Price action has been moving inside this range of 3.776 and 4.428. Okay, look at this. We touch this key level of resistance one time here, a few times here, and then again. And we haven't managed to break above. Okay, now if you want, we can draw a triangle here. Okay, look at this. We had a break above this triangle, which had a 65 to 70% chance of breaking to the upside. And currently, we are retesting this triangle. So this might be a very good time to start scaling in. You can start scaling in now if you want, right here. However, there is a possibility that the price action is going to pull back a little more, trying to test this key level of support before we see another bounce. Okay, this key level of support down here is located at 3.776. So if you scale in here and then we get a pullback, you should scale in again all the way down here. Okay, you might want to scale in with a double amount of money that you started here. Okay, in order to make up your losses faster. Now, plan A is that we get a bounce somewhere around here and a continuation move to the upside. And possibly, we're going to break above this key level of resistance at 4.428. Maybe get a retest and continue moving to the upside. The rest of the targets that we have on the chart, if plan A plays out, are 4.882, 5.484, which is the 1.618 Fibonacci level, very important level. And then the last target on the chart is the 6.135. Okay. Now, plan B, because you should always have a plan B, okay? You cannot predict the market. You don't have a crystal sphere. So plan B would be a break below this key level of support that we have been respecting for a long time. Look at this. Had a touch here. We turned this into a support. Okay, we had a few bounces, another bounce, another. Okay, we've been bouncing a lot on this key level of support. Okay, guys, look at this. If price action manages to break below, you can exit your trades. Okay, or you can short this. At any time, you can set up a stop loss. If you want to start scaling in now, you can set up your stop loss somewhere around here below that key level of support. Okay, somewhere here at 3.6. Now, if plan B plays out, what we want to see is a break below, maybe a retest, turning the support into resistance, and a continuation move to the downside, hitting the rest of the targets. Okay. The targets that we have on the chart, if plan B plays out, are the 618 Fibonacci level, which is located at 3.184, and this level all the way down here at 2.720. Okay. If we get a pullback like this all the way down here, this might be a very good time for you to start scaling in on these support levels. Okay. I'm going to update you on this based on what the price action is doing. Have your eyes open, see what the price action is doing, and trade accordingly. Okay, guys? Now, ENA, ticker is ENA. Before we go to ENA, let's look at the measured moves. From the current levels all the way to the first target is a 12% move. Second target, 23% move. Third target, about a 40% move. Fifth target, 56%. Okay, guys? So ZRO is a very good altcoin for you to have on your watch list. Now, if we get a pullback all the way down here to the 618 Fibonacci level, okay, from here to the current support level that we are retesting is a 20% move. Okay, quick money. To the first target, it's a 40% move. Next target, 55% move. The 1618 level, 72% move. And all the way up here, it's about over 90% move, guys. Okay, so watch for a break above for plan A or break below for plan B in order to start scaling in at these lower support levels. Okay. Now, ENA, ticker is ENA. This is ENA USDT 1 hour chart. Price action has been moving inside this pattern. Okay. Now, let me see. We had a breakout. Okay. After the few touches, 1, 2, maybe 3, for price action hasn't always have to come up all the way up here, okay? So we had like 4, 5, 6 maybe, okay? 7 touches, and we managed to break above this, okay guys? Now let's see, I'm gonna give you some of the targets. As you see here, another bullish idea is that we formed a double bottom here, okay? And then we had a breakout. So this is the breakout. We might be seeing a retest of this falling wedge, which has a 65 to 70% chance of breaking to the upside, okay? And then a continuation move to the upside, okay? The safest way for you to start trading this would be buying the retest, okay? But this is not a one-click buy all in kind of thing, okay, guys? I've been saying this to you. Never buy all in. You should scale in and scale out, okay? So what I would do is, let's say that I missed it and I didn't buy the breakout. We are not far away from the breakout level, okay? So this is a very good time for you to start scaling in. Start scaling in here and set up a stop loss somewhere inside the pattern, okay? Maybe below the previous low that we have here on the chart, okay? Just in case price action moves back inside this pattern, okay? This is how you manage your risk. But for now, what you should do is start scaling in here and watch what the price action is going to do. Now, let me see. This is one. I had the targets here on the chart, but they disappeared. So we're gonna do this one more time in front of you. These are the targets, okay? 589, good. It's around 587, 653. These are the targets for a short-term trade, okay? But there is a long-term idea that's playing out on this coin, ENA, okay? So I'm going to give you the long-term idea on another chart. For now, because we had a breakout and I don't want you guys to miss this move, we should start scaling in on this retest of the falling wedge. And then the rest of the targets that we have on the chart are located at 0.430, 0.482, 0.537, 0.587, and 0.654. Okay, guys? Just like all the other times. Trade these Fibonacci levels as resistance in order to scale out and support in order to scale in. So if you want to trade this safely, you should wait until we get a breakout of this key level of resistance at 0.430. You see, if we zoom in, look what happened. We had a breakout above this falling wedge, but we didn't manage to break above this key level of resistance. Okay, guys? So what we want to see is price action breaks above this, maybe get a retest and a continuation move to the upside. Buy the breakout, buy the retest, scale in on the breakout, scale in on the retest, move your stop loss higher, okay? And wait again to see what the price action is going to do. When we hit this level here, the next target on the chart, people might take profits. So you might want to take some of your money out of the market, scale out, okay? You don't have to exit your whole position. Just scale out until we get a breakout and maybe a retest so you can start scaling again, scaling in. Okay, guys? Continuation move to the upside, move your stop loss up here. And then we do the same for each and every level. Breakout by the breakout. If the retest happens, scale in on the retest. Continuation move to the upside. Take some profits. Wait to see what price action is going to do. Getting another breakout. Buy the breakout. Set alerts. I don't know what you're going to do. Have your eyes open. Okay? Set alerts. Buy the breakout. Buy the retest. Move your stop loss higher and higher each and every time. Okay? And the reason that we move our stop loss higher and higher is because the crypto market is volatile and things like this can happen anytime. You don't have to lose your profits. Just keep your profits, guys. Put them in your pocket. Never FOMO. There is always going to be another chart for you to trade. Okay, guys? Okay, so the measured moves from the current levels, okay, all the way to this first target that we're trying to turn into a support is about a 3% move, okay? That's nothing for ENA. It can happen anytime. So watch for a breakout above this key resistance level of 0.430, okay? Because that's a small move for ENA. It can do that anytime. To the second target is a 16% move. Third target, about a 30% move. Fourth target, 41% move. Fifth target, 57% move, okay? So this is another token for you to hammer your watch list. As I said, I'm going to give you updates on these setups in the coming days. So subscribe to the channel in order to not miss any of the updates. Like the video if you liked it, and hit the bell icon so you receive notifications on these trading setups. Okay, guys? That's all I had for you today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.